Today we will discuss some topics that have been going on, such as Smoke Chapo goes viral after finding out his daughter is texting boys, the story of baby JAMO, Uncle James Hampton, aka JAMO, and we will also get into Violence Interrupter. Big Syke appears in court after being arrested with Gizwap. The first topic we will get into is Big Syke appears in court. Recently, Violence Interrupter and social media personality. Big Syke was arrested alongside 37th rapper Gizwap. And during this arrest, police would search Big Syke and his vehicle, finding a 10mm Glock, 2 bags of K2, and an open bottle of alcohol. Big Syke would recently appear in court for this arrest with Gizwap, and articles would say, DC Violence Interrupter faces drug charges, found with gun stuffed in his underwear. Levon Williams, a former DC Violence Interrupter, walked out of DC Superior Court on Tuesday after a hearing on his September arrest on accusations of illegally carrying a gun and possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. Shortly after his arrest, Williams was fired from his job at Hillcrest Children and Family Services, a contractor that provides violence interrupters to DC's Office of Neighborhood Safety, or ONSE. This is the third recent arrest of a violence interrupter in the district. Police said on September 17, Williams was carrying a fully loaded 10mm Glock while sitting with 2 other men in his BMW SUV in an apartment complex parking lot in Southeast DC, a neighborhood known for violence and criminal activity. In the trunk of Williams's SUV, investigators claim they found more than 2 pounds of synthetic marijuana laced with amphetamine. The gun, according to the police report, was stuffed into Williams's tight-fitting underwear. Williams has a significant social media following on Instagram and YouTube, where he is known as Big Syke. I appreciate Beep and Beep welcoming Hillcrest Violence Interrupters. Looking forward to doing great work with you, said Williams on his social media page. He describes himself as a life coach and violence prevention specialist.
The 7 News exclusive, our I-Team reveals a DC violence interrupter, someone who's supposed to be deterring people from crime, has been arrested on felony charges. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Michelle Marsh.
And I'm Josh Chapin in for Scott again tonight. Investigator Scott Taylor has learned Levon Williams, is known as Big Syke, is now facing drugs and firearm charges after being arrested in DC last month.
This is Levon Williams, a former DC violence interrupter, walking out of DC Superior Court moments after a hearing on his September arrest for illegally carrying a gun and possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. Shortly after his arrest, Williams was fired from his job at Hillcrest Children and Family Services, a contractor that provides violence interrupters to DC's Office of Neighborhood Safety, or ONS. ONS told us to contact Hillcrest, which had no comment. This is the third recent arrest of a violence interrupter in the district. Police say on September 17th, Williams was carrying a fully loaded 10mm Glock while sitting with 2 other men in his BMW SUV in an apartment complex parking and criminal activity. In the trunk of Williams' SUV, investigators found more than 2 pounds of synthetic marijuana laced with amphetamine. The gun, according to the police report, was stuffed in Williams' tight-fitting underwear. Williams has a significant social media following on Instagram and YouTube, where he is known as Big Syke.
I appreciate and the administration welcoming Hillcrest Violence Interrupters to the building. Looking forward to doing great work with you.
He describes himself as a life coach and violence prevention specialist. Mr. Williams and I did have a brief conversation outside of the courthouse right here. He had no official comment. He'll be back in court on December 16th. For the I-Team, Scott Taylor, 7 News.
The next topic we will get into is the story of baby JAMO Uncle James Hampton, aka JAMO. Recently Gizwap, and baby JAMO would do an interview with the Big Mouth Media DMV podcast. And in this interview, Big Mouth Media, baby JAMO, and Gizwap would all discuss a lot of different topics that have been going on, and they would also discuss new music for their fans. Halfway through the interview, baby JAMO would get emotional and walk off after Big Mouth Media would ask what's the meaning behind the JAMO on his neck. and he would reminisce on his uncle James Hampton, aka JAMO, who was a star basketball player in DC who would collapse on the court in the middle of a game and pass away. Baby JAMO would speak on his relationship with his uncle James Hampton, aka JAMO, and he would also speak on how he used to catch the train to play basketball months before the beef got real. The articles on the passing of James Hampton, aka JAMO, would say AAU player James Hampton collapses and dies at Nike EYBL event. A Nike EYBL event took a heartbreaking turn of events on Saturday. AAU basketball player James Hampton died Saturday after he collapsed during a game at a Nike Elite Youth Basketball League event. Hampton, 19, played for the Charlotte-based AAU program Team United and attended Charlotte, North Carolina, Liberty Heights Athletic Institute. The guard collapsed during a matchup between Team United and Nike Family, and he was rushed to the hospital after attempted CPR and chest compressions. The incident took place at Boo Williams Sportsplex in Hampton, Virginia. A class of 2019 shooting guard, he received a verbal scholarship offer from Hampton University in April. He averaged 3 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 0.6 steals over 11 games on the 2018 EYBL circuit. Hampton played last season at Liberty Heights Athletic Institute, but originally hails from Washington, D.C., where he attended both H.D. Woodson and Coolidge High. Did everything right, said Woodson coach Trey Mines. Got out the city. Just wanted to make something out of yourself and change your family situation. To die on the court this way. You literally gave your life for the game. Forever love you, JAMO. This can't be life. Hampton was running up the court and looked at a nearby official to say, "Hey, ref," before collapsing, the Charlotte Observer reported. Team United director Jacoby Davis said Hampton had previously battled seizures, but it's unclear what led to the incident on Saturday. He just fell down on the floor, Davis said. He had seizures a year ago, and I remember one of the Team United coaches telling me that I saw his eyes rolling back in his head. I ran on the court thinking he was having a seizure. A trainer came over and said he didn't know what was wrong. Another trainer checked his pulse. He said he didn't have a pulse. It got crazy after that. While in Washington, Hampton played for the DC Owls Hoops program, which released a condolence message late Saturday night. R.I.P. Big Game James Hampton, the statement said. You left us at just 19. The sharp knife of a short life felt so painfully tonight by someone who thought he did everything he could for you. But it wasn't enough. I will never forget your laugh, your smile, your undeniable talent. The scene was described as gut-wrenching by 247 Sports National basketball recruiting analyst Evan Daniels, who was at the game on Saturday. There were parents to the side screaming at him to fight, Daniels said. I've never seen anything like it. It all gets put into perspective when you witness a 19-year-old collapse and pass on the court. It was a heartbreaking day. Teammates and family members held a vigil at Centara Careplex Hospital, where Hampton had been transported after his collapse. Team United players have decided to play their 2 scheduled Sunday games, the first of which was set to begin at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. They want to play Sunday, Davis said. They really want to finish it up. The coaches are just torn up right now, so it's going to be tough, but it's what the kids want to do. People would have a lot to say about this new Gizwap and Baby JAMO interview. Do you think free car music is on the rise, or is it on the decline?
I want to talk about where you got your name from.
Oh no, I got my name from my uncle. I just never threw a legacy. Starting a legacy, so they gonna remember that name, you feel me? On some shit like that.
Shit show, man. Shout out my man Milstead, cause Milstead, you know, you been up to the Lost Ones Classic. You know they got the team JAMO on that.
Yeah, ain't no secret.
Yeah, so JAMO.
I'm playing that next year.
For shit. Oh yeah, you out there?
I'm playing that next year.
Nah, that's alright though, man.
Who was your uncle?
My uncle was James Hampton. He was like that. Probably was gonna be one of the first people in our family to go to college, though. You know?
And
things happen, you feel me?
So he named you himself after him, or like how did you get it?
When he passed away, I just carried on with his name.
Okay.
You feel like it's for on you to keep that name alive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's on me now. You feel me?
What was his reputation, your uncle?
Oh, he was a basketball player.
He was like that.
He was one of the ones?
Nah, he was one of the ones from the court.
The basketball world, like they got a lot of shit, like a lot of people tied to the basketball world definitely show love. Like I said, my man Milstead, he went to Curl with me, but Milstead got the Lost Ones Classic, remembering a lot of people that was tied to the basketball shit, you feel me, that passed away, you feel me, and keeping their names alive. And then don't y'all got the, ain't it the JAMO League?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got the JAMO League as well.
What's another, like, summer league or just like a type of league is it?
It's like an outside. Think about him, you feel me? He just be like, damn, son. That's what I'm gonna do it for, you feel me? For real, for real.
How was y'all relationship?
Shit, we was close.
That's where he got his hooping from, you know what I mean? What's up, Gid?
Gid's got a lot going on too, man.
Now, I know you guys heard the crazy news that happened to James Hampton a couple of days ago at the Nike Elite Basketball League. And I just want to talk to you guys about this situation and just explain to you guys the entire full story on what actually happened. Now, first, if you don't know who James Hampton is, he's a basketball player that played for Team United. Also, he was approaching his senior year in high school, and he was attending Liberty Heights Athletic Institute. Okay, so during this past week, his team was attending the Nike Elite Basketball League, and on Saturday, they was going against his team called Nike Family, who is ran by Marvin Bagley III's father. So this was a big game, but this wasn't their only game, just because they had more games throughout the weekend because it's a tournament. Okay, so during the game, everything was going well throughout the first half, but then the second half, that's when everything happened. Now, the Team United director, Jacoby Davis, he was the one that was watching everything. He was watching James Hampton and all that stuff. And when he saw James Hampton fall, he didn't see him fall right away. He literally was talking to the ref. Then right when he got done talking to the ref, he looked to the other side of the court and he saw James Hampton. He was on the ground, and they said that his eyes was rolled back and everything. So they thought he was unconscious just because he did suffer some seizures last year. So it's just like he already had some problems last year and stuff, and the team is already aware of that. So that's why they thought that, you know, he was just unconscious and stuff like that. Even though it's still a big deal, even if you're unconscious on the court, that's still a big deal because you can die from that. But they didn't think that it was really that serious to the point where this man actually died on the court and nobody even realized he was dead just because, you know, they just thought he was having a seizure. So once they came to find out that he was not moving at all, they called the athletic trainers and everybody, and they came to check and see if he had a pulse, but he didn't have no pulse at all. So this man was literally dead. So they called the emergency call. They got the ambulance to come and get him and take him straight to the hospital. The hospital wasn't even that far away from the gym. It was only like less a mile away from the gym. So the hospital was very, very close. But unfortunately, he died right away. So it just like, it is a crazy situation. Nobody really even know what happened and what caused him to just faint and just fall out and die right on the floor. Like I said, they already knew he had seizures and stuff a year ago, but this is the thing. He played a lot of basketball games since then, so nobody really expected him to actually fall on the court and just die like that. Nobody expected that at all just because he played so many games after those seizures. And, you know, just happened to a G League player called Zeke Upshaw. He literally fainted on the floor. He was running, he just straight fainted, and he died straight on the floor. So you just never know what happened, and you just don't know when things like this is going to happen. And it's just so sad because I just feel so bad for him. He literally was a good basketball player. He had an offer from Hampton University, and it's crazy to me because he had an offer from a college that's his last name. Literally, the college is called Hampton University, and his last name is Hampton. So I just think that's just so crazy. And literally, he was on his grind. He was on a mission. He wanted to make it, and he was just doing very, very good for his age. And, you know, it's just so upsetting to see something like this happen to this kid when he had no control over it. He really had no control over it. All he wanted to do was play basketball, and he just died on the court. It's just so rare for something like this to happen. It's just so upsetting it just happened just because they found a tweet that he made a year ago, and he said, "Family dependent on me. Can't stop now. In a couple years, it won't be Section 8 living." So basically what he's saying is his family is dependent on him, and he's working hard to make it to the league so he can get his family out the projects. Like, he was literally on a mission. This man was on a mission. He was grinding every day. He was working hard every day to get his family out the projects, you know, just help his family live better. And all you can do is salute him for even making that tweet, just because he's not the only one. There's so many other kids that have the same mindset, and they're trying so hard to help their family get out the living they're in. So it's just so upsetting, and I just feel so bad for his family and his friends and his teammates, just because he didn't deserve it. Nobody deserves this at all. Nobody deserves to have to go through some pain like this. And it's just not fair, because he just had no control over this. So I send my prayers out to his family, his friends, and everybody that supported him, and everybody. It's just so devastating even talking about this situation, just because you never know when your time is coming. You literally never know when your time is coming, and you just always got to stay close to God, because you just never know when he wants you. He can just bring you out this world anytime he wants. So just like, you always got to live every single day to the fullest, man, and always stay close to God. But I think
For the last topic we will discuss, Smoke Chapo catches daughter texting boys. Recently, a video would go viral of rapper Smoke Chapo speaking on him catching his young daughter texting boys. And he would claim that he has to give his daughter her first ever whooping over these text messages. People would have a lot to say about this viral video, saying that him whooping her will not help, but only make things worse. It's a part of life. And some would claim that the video is just a joke. What would you do if you caught your young daughter texting boys? The streets would react.
This about to be a little quick story time how I got whooped my daughter ass today, y'all. The good old Kenzie, man. I got beat that ass, man. And the crazy part is, I don't even want to. But the reason I gotta beat her ass, like, first of all, I gotta beat her ass because it's about a boy. She was texting some little boy and all this and that on her phone and shit. And it's like, now I gotta beat her ass. I gotta whip the shit out of her. Like, just so every time she think about texting boy, she be like, nah, fuck that. My father not about to beat the shit out of me. Like, he not about to keep beating the shit out of me. But I really don't even feel like it. But I got to. I gotta beat the shit out of her. But I never beat. I ain't gonna lie. I've been losing sleep out this shit all night. Like, I'm real lying in the bed, like, middle of the night, like, damn, I really gotta beat my daughter ass tomorrow. That shit crazy. So I really gotta beat her ass. Hopefully she learned, though. I don't know. But I don't be beating that girl. I'm gonna beat that girl ass, y'all.
That's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe.